How do we learn music theory faster through play and retain information? Is there even such a thing? In fact, there is. Yay! Today, I'm going to tell you a little story that you don't want to miss. I'm Glory St. Germain from Ultimate Music Theory. And after teaching thousands of students and teachers and researching how to learn more effectively, I'm about to reveal the top 15 reasons why you learn music theory faster through play. And I'll show you the must-have step-by-step strategies that I use to teach music theory concepts in an engaging, fun, and memorable way. So here's why you learn music theory faster through play. Reason number 4, new vocabulary and literacy skills. Children learn through play and develop new vocabulary in understanding terms and definitions that they use to play the game. They also develop literacy skills for reading and writing, awareness of sounds, and comprehension, like creating a story and expressing themselves using their new vocabulary. So you might be asking, Glory, what does new vocabulary, literacy skills, and storytelling all have in common? Well, it's time to play a game called Terms with Maestro Tito. Now, this game is from the Basic Rudiments Game Pack, and which includes 6 games with instructions on 36 variations to play the games while we're learning. So I do have a little story to tell you, but first let's play a game called Terms with Maestro Tito. Now, composers want to communicate how they'd like their pieces to be performed. So they need to use musical terms, often in Italian, and also musical signs and symbols to indicate tempo, dynamics, articulation, and so on. On the back of each game is 6 variations on how to play the game. And we're going to play 1 on the tabletop and 1 at the piano. Now, first at the tabletop, we're going to play the game called Storytime because I do have a story for you. So Storytime instructions say, tell a story, which I will do. And every time you use a term in your story, you can place a penny on the term, or you could check off your term. Or nowadays you might want to use a dime or a nickel every time you hear the term. So for example, when your student tells a story, let's say she's telling a story to our friend Sola, and where's she sitting? Oh, she's right here sitting at her piano, such as, I see the children running prestissimo to the beach. So prestissimo means very fast. So then you would check off the term prestissimo, okay? If the story continues with, oh, I hear raindrops, staccato on the rooftop, that means sharply detached. So you would check off the term staccato right over here. In creating their own story, students must understand the meaning of the term as used in their story. Now, here's a game you can play anywhere, anytime. As you listen to my story today, I'm going to use vocabulary with Italian terms and definitions from the Ultimate Music Theory Basic Rudiments Workbook. You might want to grab your answer book if you need to, and just check to see if you're getting it right. So let's develop our literacy skills of comprehension. As you listen to the story, you can also write the Italian terms and definitions on the back of your whiteboard, and you can just use the blank side for that. So here I have my Ultimate Music Theory whiteboard, and on the back, it's blank. So to write the tempo term for fast would be allegro, and to write the articulation term for smooth, that of course would be legato. And to write the dynamic term for loud, that would be forte. And it's fun to use colored markers too, right? So as promised, I'm going to tell you a story using the terms in the Basic Rudiments workbook. Lesson number 12, if you're following along in your workbook at home. So get into a comfortable position so you're ready to listen to my story. Now, this is actually a Christmas story from Maestro Tito and Sola. Are you ready? Okay, here's my story. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the studio not a musician was stirring, not even the maestro. The violinist was pianissimo and waiting with care, in hopes that the conductor soon would be there. The students were nestled all snug in their seats, while visions of time signatures danced through their beats. Sola looking dolce and waiting for me, while we had just settled down for a nice cup of tea. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang subito from my piano bench to see what was the matter. And then what to my wondering ears should I hear but a miniature band and 8 etudes with good cheer. With a little guitar player so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must have practiced that lick. More rapid than vivace, his notes they came, and he whistled and shouted and called students by name. And then con expression, I heard a forte quaver, the practicing and singing of each poco player. As I drew in my head and I heard a giocoso sound, down the hall the conductor came with a bound. Tito sprang to the podium, to his musicians gave a whistle, and perform they all did like a band on a thistle. But we heard him exclaim as he played out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to tea a good night." I hope you enjoyed this story and that you understood the meaning of all the musical vocabulary and Italian terms used in the Christmas story with Sola and Tito. So let's play one more game, and this time we're going to play at the piano. Now we're going to play a listening game, okay? So in the listening game, the teacher plays a melody on the piano, and that highlights one or more of the terms that are on the game. And when the student listens and checks off the correct term on the game, so as you hear me play, you can go ahead and check off everything that you hear. So that's pretty cool, right? So now here is your game. I'm going to play a little tune on the piano, and I'm going to base it on our Christmas story theme. So that's a little clue for you. And then you have to listen and identify exactly what it is that I'm playing. So have a listen. Are you ready? So here's me. Could you tell and identify the musical elements of Jingle Bells? Well, here's a little challenge for you. Using your Ultimate Music Theory whiteboard, write out just what you heard. And this is very, very, very important exercise because we also need to learn to see what we hear. And on the whiteboard, we see the time signature was 4/4 time. Hopefully you can see that. On the whiteboard, we see 4/4 time signature. The key signature was C major. The tempo, moderato. Articulation was staccato, right? And legato. In the rhythm, I used quarter notes, quarter rests, and a whole note with a fermata at the end to hold the very last note. Did you recognize all of that when I played it for you? Now, here's a little something perhaps I should work on, and that would be my artwork, right? So now you can play terms with Maestro Tito, and you've learned new vocabulary and literacy skills through play. So in our next video, I'll reveal reason number 5 in the top 15 reasons why you learn music theory faster through play, as we explore patterns and direction, and does that even matter? Remember to get your Ultimate Music Theory Party Pack, which includes your prep game pack, your basic game pack, your very own Sola and Tito stuffies that are so cute, and the UMT student whiteboard. And it also includes your dry erase marker and your eraser. And so you're all ready to go, and you are ready to learn through play. If you've enjoyed this video on why we learn music theory faster through play, please love, comment, share, and subscribe so you'll have access to all of our upcoming videos. And please join our Facebook group where there's many more super cool things that we can share with you on our Ultimate Music Theory Facebook group. So make sure to join our group. And as always, sparkle like a sola. Until next time, teach with passion. Thanks.